Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today I'm super excited to search through another half pound of world coins looking for rare ones, silver ones, coins I haven't seen before, different designs, things that are going to prompt a fun historical search, and then I'll edit back in the information. But so excited to get through this. Hopefully we'll have some really cool coins. We'll hear a brief message from our sponsor, Whatnot, and then get back and look through each of these coins. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live streaming auctions and shopping app where I regularly sell coins and banknotes of all types, including US, world, errors, varieties, silver, gold, ancients, and more. And don't forget to use my link in the description to get a free $10 off on your first order on anything on the platform. Let's get into the video. So I'll start over here with what looks like a Belgian coin, 1 franc from 1974 Belgium. I have to say, and I've said it before, not always my favorite in terms of coming up with innovative coin designs. Neither is the UK, though they do a little bit better job. 1974 1 penny. Here's a design that I don't recognize, and I don't think I've seen before. George, King and Emperor of India the 6th. And this is going to be for Ceylon, 1943, so World War II era. Ceylon, I believe, would turn into Sri Lanka, and I'm not sure at what point Britain had control over Sri Lanka and when they gave it up. But we see, again, the King George, the British Empire had their rulers on all of the coinage all over the world. We see Australia here, Queen Elizabeth, 1960. We're just celebrating her 70th platinum jubilee. And then 1988, Australia also with what I think is like a hedgehog or porcupine or echidna, 5 cents from a little bit later. Then we have an interesting 1947 25 centimes from Luxembourg. And I wonder when Luxembourg, if they've always sort of been their own kingdom or at what point they founded their state, because that's sort of a question I've had for a long time, and I'm not really familiar with their backstory. We have a French beautiful coin. Morlan is the obverse engraver. 1 franc here with the cornucopias on either side of the coin. I think that looks great. And then after that, Washington, a tax token, probably, yes, in the 1935 range. So remember that we were in an extended depression, and people didn't want to pay a full cent. You know, they wanted to go exact, so you could use this for maybe it was 1/10 or 1/5 of a cent, so that you could get much more exact. They would make these out of aluminum, and really good, cool piece of history from the United States. Speaking of hyperinflation, we have 25 cents from Ecuador, who linked their sucre to the United States dollar after a sustained period of hyperinflation, and so that's worked out, I think, well for them. Just to, it makes their economy tougher to navigate sometimes for some people. And here is an Isle of Man half new penny. Wow, I haven't seen that coin before, and I was wondering where it would be from. So with a little bit of original mint luster, really cool. Romania Socialist Republic, 15 Boni, interesting denomination. And then after that, talk about tons of different issuing entities. Costa Rica, 25 centimos from 1948, older coin. And I lost my train of thought there a little bit, but it was, better for Ecuador to use the dollar just because it gives more stability, but that means you don't have as flexible of monetary policy, right? 2 rupees 2013 here from India, because you have to just rely on the dollar, which has really been strong recently. So I think it probably, the people of Ecuador should give their politicians credit for making that shift. 2 yen from Japan here. Here's a commerce. I think that there was some issue with people not knowing exactly who, and I'll give more backstory on it, but who was allowed to issue currency, or there was some sort of law where they couldn't make like silver, non-silver coins of 1 franc or 2 francs, so they would make these Chamber of Commerce ones that sort of stood in for it, but 1 franc from France. Here looks like a silver coin, a 1944, and is that a P or a D? I think it's a D for Denver. United States of America, 20 centavos, Philippines. So this is definitely going to be auctioned off on Whatnot, and I'll give a more firm plug for the sponsorship later as well. 75% silver, though. We have, I think, Lady Liberty, Mount Mayon, and I don't know if there was an exchange rate between the Philippine centavos under the U.S. protectorate and the United States coinage. So that one is cool. I haven't seen this one. Okay, Venezuela, 10 centimos, 2007, also has had their bout with hyperinflation. And then a 1952 Indonesian 50 sen coin. And I think 1 rupee is their unit, so that's half of a rupee. No cash value. Pro Park Family Fun Centers. So it's truly a mixed grab bag. Anything can come out of these. And we saw an example of just that. 1 peso from the Philippines, 2013. And one confusing thing, they also do the gear a little industrial, but 1993, I think, is the founding of their central bank, but the real date is on the front with, I believe, poet Jose Rizal on the front. And then a Trinidad and Tobago, 25 cents from 2007. So really going all over the world. Mexican coin for our first time today, 1937, as well, minted in Mexico City. We'll follow that up with this Bolivian find. Wow, 10 centavos, 2006. La Unión es la Fuerza. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what Fuerza is, but nice Bolivian coin. And man, we've really been just going tons of new things. 10 kurush from Turkey. So continuing all sorts of ones. Germany, 1901, 1 Pfennig, the German Empire at this point. And we've just gotten a really fun mix of different coins here. These are going to be the same, both from, I want to say, the Bahamas, but different years. They downsized the penny, and this is the closest I've ever seen, 2006 and 2009. So in that span of 3 years, presumably save a little bit of metal and cost in the production of your coinage. Makes sense to me. Then we have a 2 drachma coin, and I saw one of those in the background over here, both from 1976, the rifles on the coin. So probably a cheap coin for any sort of gunmanship enthusiasts to see a rifle on a circulating coin. Interesting that they would do that. 1 cent from Australia in 1972. And this is always like one of my favorite. The 1 rupee. Little thumbs up there from the Indian engravers. 2009 India 1 rupee. Again, with the positive, encouraging rupee right there. So that's it. That always makes me chuckle when I see it. Then we have the East Caribbean states, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, sort of those North American islands out in the Caribbean with Queen Elizabeth II. They sort of formed a currency union, probably because, when you have that few, you don't want to have to use different currency all across those countries. Makes it a little easier, and I think it's with a fixed peg to some other currency as well. $5, 1995 from Jamaica, and then in Netherlands, Antilles, which is also, I believe, in North America. 2.5 cent coin, really light. And I think Netherlands Antilles is like Curacao and a few of the other ones, but I always end up editing that back in as a reminder, and then I forget exactly what it is. Here we have a German Reich, Third Reich, 1937. You see the swastika symbol there of that government. So that's that coin. And then we have a 10 cents coin from Singapore, 1986, which has a reasonable exchange rate. So would have some spending power, but it's too small, and I don't get enough Singaporean coinage, so I don't hold on to those. 10, probably Haleru from the Slovenska. I think that's Slovenia, but it could be some other, maybe it's Slovakia, but I think it's Slovenia. 2002. Nice aluminum coin there, and that's a big silver coin in the back. I'm going to unbox that soon. 5 francs from Belgium, Netherlands, 1 cent. Let's get to it. So we have 25 lira, 1996, again from Turkey, a thicker coin. Oh, and it's got some neat edge lettering. I've never noticed. I think the TC is like the Turkey Cumhuriyeti, just sort of all around the edges. And for context, they didn't want people chopping down the coins and spending them. That was a thing that happened with older coins, and to avoid that. But this looks like a large, potentially silver Thai coin. Maybe a baht or something close to it. I mean, for all I know, maybe it's copper nickel, but it looks large enough, and it just kind of looks like silver to me. Definitely has been worn down, definitely has seen a lot of circulation, and I wish I could say more about it. Outside of that, there's a chance that it's really quite a valuable coin. So I'm not totally sure, but it feels like, maybe a little even larger than a US $50, and hoping that this is going to be a huge value coin. We haven't had any in a while, but maybe it's worth 30, 40 bucks. I'll have the update for you, but that's a huge highlight, and potentially our second silver coin if it does end up being silver. And then right after that, 1893 Argentinian 2 centavos. So that reminds me, I think on like the first or second World Coin Hunt ever, I found one of these. So this is a classic throwback coin for us. Philippines 25 centimos, I think, behind that. And then we've still got some interesting stuff to go. 50 centavos. This one's going to be from Guatemala. Also have the rifles on the coins like the Greek design, 2007. Then we have, 5 centavos right here from Nicaragua. And then we have 5 pence, 1 pence from the UK. Let's see what else we can come up with. Right there, I see a Peruvian coin in the background, but this one's going to be Brazil. Is that? It kind of looks like Jesus Christ, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe they're showing Jesus on the coin? Interesting. He doesn't seem like the figure to be on a coin. And 1943 50 centésimos. This one must have been laying down in an interesting way where I didn't see that it was silver because I totally missed it. Uruguay and World War II era silver from South America. That is a great find. I'm so excited, or I'm almost positive it's silver. Some of the Uruguayan coins actually look silver and they're not, but I think just based off of the color of the coin, the year, and the denomination, that this should be a good find, and I wonder if there's added numismatic value. So this is a phenomenal hunt. Another penny there, and we don't really need anything great to come in the rest of the hunt for this to be one of the best in recent memory. We see Brazil again with a 1 real from 1994, a Greek, probably Paul 150 lepto, which is 1/2 of a drachma, 1950 German 1 pfennig, and then a Portuguese coin, 10 centavos. I really like these coins when they're super uncirculated with the Roman numerals. Looks really, really cool. And then 1967, we have a Danish 25 ore find. We've got, let's see, Italy, 100 lire, 1969. We've got 1974, a Peruvian find, 5 centavo. And what else can we come up with here? Costa Rica, 1941. That's fascinating. GCR, because normally it's like BCCR. So this is 10 centimos, Central America. Costa Rica, 1941. I don't know what Costa Rica was even, if I think they were on their own definitely back then, but the World War II, I don't know what Costa Rica was doing during World War II. That's what I'm going to say. And that's a landlocked country. A lot of people think it's an island, or at least I did for way too long, but it is landlocked right above Panama in Central America. 2000, 10 centavos from, or 1/10 of a peso basically from Spain. These always or sometimes look like they're doubled. There's a lot of machine doubling on the Peruvian 1975 half sol de oro. And then we've got, let's see, we've got a 10 ore from Norway, 1990. We've got a 10 cents, 1974 from the Netherlands. We've got 1985, the Bahamas 1 cent coin. And we've got an Iceland 10 orar, 1971 to close things out. But what an amazing hunt. So many interesting coins. Really enjoyed going through with some highlights over here. We have the classic Argentinian 1893 coin. We've got the Uruguay 50 centésimos 1943. We've got the gorgeous 1944. A lot of World War II from Denver, 25 centavos. Or 20 centavos, I should have known that. I immediately paused. And then a huge Thai coin that I'm hoping is a big silver find. So excited to have been here. These coins are now going to be up for sale on Whatnot. I have a link that I'll post below. And you can get $10 on your first purchase on the platform if you sign up through that link. I'll also be credited with $10. It's a really fun atmosphere selling coins there. Look out for all of my live sales. Will try to do them pretty frequently starting in August again. So I'm really excited. You know, that should be basically right now. I'm filming this a little bit ahead of time, but really excited to auction each one of these 4 coins plus more there with you live on a Whatnot sale. Thanks to them for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you next Tuesday with the next one of these World Coin Hunts. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Treasure Town, and get in touch with me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, check out my website, treasuretowncoins.com, for news and updates related to the channel and collectibles in general. Lastly, there's a link tree in the description with links to all of my other sites, as well as some affiliate links that can support the channel. But with that being said, have a great day, and I'll hope to see you on some of my videos in the future.